Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining. Welcome to the Fanatics of Film. My name is Benji the Sultan, and I got my good cohorts with me, Alex and Kyle. How's it going, gentlemen?
Going great.
Going
Good
great.
to hear it. This is just a short little stream. We're going to talk mainly about Greenland and some other things that are kind of crazy in the news right now. But I wanted to share this video because it really hits hard.
Oh god.
70 kilometers away, a lone penguin.
Huh. He's just gonna run to the mountains.
He's free.
Just It's
oh my.
it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful to the mountains, right? Anyway, I just
So
had
is
to point that out. Go
Is there
ahead.
something wrong with him, or is it information overload? Or
I think it's determination. I saw a documentary on on penguins in general, and it's just jaw dropping how much they stand there just to protect their young, their eggs, and they do the craziest routines. It's like I saw a good hour and a half documentary on penguins a few years back, and they are crazy what they have to go through, where they live, everything. It's absolutely insane. But that's all of us, you guys. That's all of us going up towards going to the mountains, and we're gonna have to do our 70-kilometer trek to the mountains, and then 70 kilometers up. Right? No, I'm kidding. But anyway, that leads us straight. That leads us straight into stuff like this, where you have, you know. Where you have the penguin being led by Christ up the mountain.
Oh my god.
I guess that was Ben's New Year's resolution: hike up the Himalayas.
Yes. That's me. So there's all kinds of hilarious videos we're going to show real quick about Greenland. So this leads us right into Greenland, the Greenland debacle, and the madness that's involved here. It's actually pretty funny. The whole thing is actually funny, and we'll get into it here. So this is just kind of an almost this is a shit post almost. It sure seems like it, but it's just a stupid AI video showing the Greenland army standing up to us, standing up to these darn Americans that are
just polar bears.
There's no way that's
God.
AI.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but the song is just about
yeah.
America imperialism. It's anti-American imperialism trying to
my god, the Toyota. Oh my god, that's so great.
Coca-Cola commercial.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, and it goes on for like 4 minutes or whatever of that stuff. Anyway, it's total bullshit. But I just go ahead.
Do they even have a military? Like, what would actually happen? I mean, all jokes aside, what would actually happen if China or Russia invaded Greenland?
Let's find out. So
They still not want us there.
So this video depicts kind of what happened in the last few days.
And only one there. Okay.
$15 soldiers.
44 hours. The tariffs. Wow. Holy.
anyway, it's I mean, we can flex all you want, and on the international stage, which is fine and everything. And the whole argument here is just a simple fact that it's for security, it's to protect, it's for protection, and 1000%. I think most people are with it. But can we worry about our country for a second? Can we worry about what's happening internally? So anyway, that's just something to consider. But let's see.
I mean,
So
ultimately, Trump has said why we want it is for the Golden Dome. It's for either a offensive strike or a defensive tactic against Russia. Because when you look at the world map, Greenland and Russia are close at the Arctic Circle, or not the North Pole. I'm sorry, not the Arctic Circle. The North Pole up at the top. Like it's a defensive move. It's a strategic move.
right, exactly. It's exactly what it is. And so if anyone is entitled, if you want to call it entitlement, I mean, it's geographically the closest to us. Why should some country anyway? Whatever. We can go on forever about it. It just I wish that we focus a little bit more internally. Sometimes that just makes me think about that, and so it's just something to consider, something to think about. I don't know. I have no idea.
Here's my take: permanently stationed there and put a military base there. They're still going to be able to go about with their daily lives. Nothing is going to change for them. We're not going to get in their way. I mean, there is plenty of land on Greenland where we could put a military base and it wouldn't have any effect on any of the towns or cities that are there. I mean, the people would be left alone. They would still have the same government, except they would now have United States protection. And because they have United States protection, China and Russia isn't going to invade Greenland with us there, potentially starting World War III. That's not going to happen. But if they don't let us have Greenland first, and let's just say China or Russia invades Greenland and takes it over, guess what? Now we can't have Greenland. We can't invade Greenland. We can't attack Greenland without starting World War III. So I mean, they're playing with fire, in my opinion, because it's a lot safer for them to just let us have Greenland than it would be for China or Russia to take it over, and then there's nothing we can do about it.
Well, you can fact check me, but I believe in the Cold War we did have military bases in Greenland.
It was a secret, but yeah, they didn't know.
Dude, I'm so
it was classified for a long time. They didn't know we were there. But they do now.
I am so glad that you brought that up because, where did it go?
Yeah, we actually had nukes stationed there, and they ended up having to abandon the base because the ice was collapsing.
I got the wrong. What is
Maybe that's why they don't like us, because we were there before and without their permission.
Yeah.
And I can't. And we're just swamped with ads. Ads are just everywhere. We're gonna have ads all over ChatGPT later on, of course, as well.
There's a picture of the base further down.
Where did it go?
Yeah. See, it's still there. They abandoned it. They had to leave, and they just left it alone. So who knows what's down there? I mean, some of it collapsed, but.
Built in 1959, it was operational for 7 years. The crew lived in extreme isolation, 127 miles away from other people. People thought it was dangerous, and of course it is if you're that isolated, if you're that by yourself, and it's that cold, etc. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, it's there are some underground U.S. bases there. It looks like so. Whatever. I don't know. I mean, I think the whole thing is just absolutely ridiculous and silly that we're not allowed. It's like, oh, how dare them, the evil Americans? It's like the gall of it is just ridiculous. So some people are just getting so pissed off about it. But do you have anything else more to add about Greenland, you guys? Anyone else? Can we move on?
All I'm gonna say is there was countries during World War II that chose to stay neutral and they didn't want to get involved, and guess what happened? Hitler took them over.
Yeah, I was going to say they had to get involved. They didn't have a choice.
So this is a nice white pill, you guys. So after everything that we've been through and all the stuff that we're going through and all the craziness and all the thoughts of, possibly 2030 being the whatever it is, 2030 possibly being where we don't have anything and all of us are lost and we have nothing and we're supposedly be happy. The alcohol industry has lost $830 billion in the last 4 years, thanks to Gen Z. So drinking is 87% less than previous generations.
Wow.
I heard about this, and it's either one. Go ahead, you can finish.
No, they prioritize health and clarity over booze, upending decades-old assumptions and forcing beer, wine, and spirits giants to rethink everything. So, it's kind of a beautiful thing. in every effing movie I saw as a kid growing up, every gosh darn conversation, they got a glass of whiskey in their hands. Every single TV show, movie, everywhere. They got a cigarette they're smoking and they're drinking. I mean, even if it's just kids at high school, they're drinking vodka and whatever. Like it's like, oh, it's time to talk. Oh, time for a drink. Time to sit down and chat. Time for a drink. And that's literally in everything that you see. So I just have to point that out for anyone who the realness and sees the insane. I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody loves to go out drinking and have a good time. Of course we do. We have a good time with that, but it destroys entire generations of people and it destroys your health. It destroys your liver. It destroys everything. So it's a beautiful thing. I think that's an incredible find.
Well, right there, that picture where it's like, oh, that'll be $50. I wonder if the less consumption is due to inflation overall, and it's like, well,
we can't afford it. They're like, I want to go drink it, but I can't afford a $50 shot.
Also, it would be interesting to see the ratio of how many smoke marijuana in comparison to not drinking.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say, is this more of people are on a health kick and they know that alcohol is pretty much poison and everybody cares about their health and well-being now more than ever before? Or as they legalize medical marijuana and recreational marijuana across the country, are people now switching to alternative forms of, feeling better that aren't alcohol? Because as soon as they started saying that alcohol consumption was going down, more and more states started legalizing marijuana. So, sure. Are they just replacing one thing with another? I don't know.
That goes to your point exactly. Noble Brown says bullshit. They're vaping metric truckloads of weapons, grade marijuana instead. That's all. So
weapons grade marijuana.
Yeah, thank you. Weapons grade marijuana. Yeah. So yeah, it's I don't know. We haven't done the research on that. Most have been on prescriptions since elementary school. So I don't know. I don't know. I'll take the win. I'll take the W on this, at least in my own brain. If it's not true, whatever. I don't know. I haven't really, interviewed a bunch of young people to see if they're actually drinking or not, or they're not going out drinking or whatever. But it was a nice sentiment, even if so. So anyway, all right. So moving on to Davos. Have you guys seen any of the footage from Davos or what's happening there in general right now? Maybe we should, before we go to Davos, we should actually just quickly glaze over the Somalia shit. This is, the first time I've heard Trump even acknowledge this. 19 billion in fraud.
Sounds off.
Sounds off?
There's no sound.
What the bitch?
Yeah, we were watching the Penguin thing with no sound, and I was thinking to myself, oh, I wonder what the soundtrack is.
Yeah, I didn't think there was sound because that's why I didn't say anything. I thought there were subtitles, but
you can't hear that.
No.
No.
Well, it looks like we're having
Mogadishu. Mogadishu, Minneapolis, right? That's what they're calling it. Or Mogadishu, Minnesota. I don't know. They're calling both of that.
So you guys can't. Let me just see if you guys can hear anything, because if I think we're having an audio issue then.
I hope they can hear us.
Can you guys
We've been sitting here talking to ourselves for 20 minutes?
Can you guys hear this?
No.
I knew it. Hold on. I'm going to refresh.
But yeah, that whole daycare situation going on with the fraud, that's just insane. People should be going to jail, in my opinion. It's ridiculous.
Well,
how many years did it go on?
Yeah. And I was watching a thing about it. I think 77 people have been convicted, and out of 77, 76 of them are Somali. Like, goodness. And what is it? It's like up in the billions now of how much they've wired back over to Africa. Like an insane amount.
Sorry to stop you guys, but I'm just still trying to fix the audio at this point. Can you hear this at all? Can you hear this?
Somalians.
Yes.
It's fixed.
Okay.
Somalians.
That's a meme right there.
Sound like Italian.
They've taken it.
Anyway, whatever. So, all right. So we don't want to talk too much about politics because people get upset and they flag us, and then we get demonetized, and then we get destroyed, and then we go off of YouTube, and then we get pissed, and then we drink more.
All I'm gonna say is that somebody in Africa is driving around in the new Audi and has a brand new fancy mansion, living in a fancy mansion. Pet tigers.
Okay. All right. Okay. So this, let's see. So this, let's watch this. This video is actually incredible. And it threw me for a loop, and I wanted to see what you guys think of this. Is this the one? This is it. Okay. So tell me what you guys think of this. It's not AI, it's real.
Is there a dog under there?
It's like a ghillie suit.
There's a human under there.
It's if you look here, there's a person. You can see their arms, their hand come out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, it is it's new camo, and Russians are using it for camo.
Oh, okay.
Designed for DRG operations. And the DRG operations are Deep Rock Galactic Anti-Drone that's just a cool name already. Like, can we name our podcast the Deep Rock Galactic?
It should be junkyard camo. They could hide it in the junkyard. I thought it was junk.
I mean, in the rubble of war, that would blend right in.
Yeah, that's the whole point. I think is that they're creating this stuff out of real. It looks like real. It could be real rubble, but
an enemy soldier sits on top of that and starts smoking a cigar, and the guy has to completely not move.
That's crazy.
Well, it's working.
Okay, so next thing we could talk about is NVIDIA purchasing a chip factory, or we could talk about what else are we?
What was going on with Davos?
So let's pull up my Davos videos here. Okay,
that's the economic forum, right?
Yeah. So that's happening right now, and of course everybody's doing the probably the biggest point, and probably my most favorite point about Davos this week was this, and it was a great tweet that someone had pointed out, and how it's just basically treason, because these people are meeting. Okay, this is a great clip with Harrison Smith, and can you guys hear this?
Say didn't exist.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. All right, here we go. This is a great clip by Harrison Smith, one of my favorite dudes from InfoWars.
Back at the Bilderberg meeting that they used to say didn't exist. Remember, they used to say Davos and Bilderberg didn't exist.
And that goes with almost everything, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't exist. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. You're just a conspiracy theorist. 5 years later, oh yeah, that did exist, but you were just being a jerk. And then 5 years after that, oh yeah, it's fine, but we're gonna take over your life with it. So.
Crazy for saying that it did. Our leaders in corporate, political, religious leaders going to another country to meet in total secrecy with international world leaders to plot the course of the next year. That's totally treason. It is actually a James Bond villain plot. Yeah, June 2011, Bilderberg mystery. Why do people believe in cabals? Crazy conspiracy stuff, right?
2011, that wasn't that long ago, you guys.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like it was just a few years ago, but I guess 14 years is a while.
Now they admit it, because somehow in the intervening time, they've figured out how to trick people into accepting, the billionaires, the world leaders, the industrial magnates, the royal families get together once a year and plot strategy, and that's a good thing. And they're doing it because they love you. I don't know what happened in the last 14 years. People got dumber. Bill Gates wearing a pink sweater, psyop. Was that effective, I guess? I don't know. Was that it?
Anyway, you guys know this whole thing?
Yeah.
They're always, oh my gosh, they're all wearing it. It's like to soften the blow of tyranny, right? The pink sweater softens the blow of tyranny. That's pretty funny, actually, now that I think about it. But to follow that up with at the World Economic Forum, so this points out how great, and it's hopefully you guys agree with him on that. It's treason, right? I mean, these people they've been doing it for years, and their whole go-to thing for the longest time was what? Climate
You own
change.
nothing and love it.
I was
Well,
about to say that, yeah.
And it was
the
all,
German
and
guy.
you love it. You love polishing my robot. You love being a robot polisher and polish. Sorry, but climate change was their thing, right? That was everything.
Yeah.
And now they're going all in on AI because they realize they can take control much faster this way. It's like they've completely abandoned their virtue signaling bullshit where they can basically run our entire economy into the ground through expensive solar and expensive this and expensive that, instead of just going for the coal and oil like we normally do and actually do well. Let's see what Larry Fink has to say about it.
World is going to be short power. Short power.
It won't be short in power because there's electricity in the air. It's in the ether. It's been proven. There have been hundreds of experiments done about this. There's electricity in the fucking air, and we can easily pull it out of the air without having to pay for it. We could easily construct our own apparatus to create our own fucking power in our own houses. We just have to be better scientists. That's really what we have to do. But this guy is just.
I guess climate change got rid of his hair too. So.
But he's talking about the data centers, and then we're going to be short power. We're going to be short water too.
And to power these data companies, you cannot have just this intermittent power like wind and solar. You need dispatchable power because you can't turn off and on these data centers.
Oh, you mean so climate change isn't that much of a priority now? So that means that we can basically just create whatever power we want as long as it's dispatchable, right? So even though you've done nothing but profess climate change for the last 10, 20, 30, 40 years, you're a hypocrite piece of shit who wants to just control, and more control. I mean, these guys have billions and billions of dollars and they're just fucking bored. It's like, can't you just watch a movie?
Yeah, for how many
movie?
For how many years they were saying we need less power, we need a better carbon footprint, we need less power. Now they're saying we need more power, to run our AI data centers. I mean they're reopening nuclear power plants in certain states just to power their AI. So,
well, you're wrong, Kyle. They're going to stick with we need less power, not them, not the AI companies. It's us. It's the everyday person.
All right, so let's do the last thing here, and this is about the Micron technology. This is not necessarily like a sexy story, but I thought it was important because Micron is buying a Taiwan plant for $1.8 billion. Here's the article that I can't access because it's because it's at the Wall Street Journal and they force us to buy paywalls bullshit. But anyway, so where did that go? I gotta pull that. Okay, let's see. So NVIDIA is investing 150 million in AI interference startup, some other startup, but that's not huge news. This is the one that I wanted to talk about because of course everybody's talking about the chips, about Taiwan and the vulnerability that Taiwan and the chips are have put themselves in. Micron has signed a letter of intent to acquire a major chip fabrication site in Taiwan for $1.8 billion in cash, aiming to expand its production capacity for memory chips and surging demand driven by AI applications. The deal involves purchasing Power Chip Semiconductor Manufacturing Corporation's fabrication site in Taiwan. This includes an existing 300 millimeter fab clean room spanning about 300,000 square feet, etc. Ramp up the facility, and they plan on anyway. I don't know what status it's at, but as part of the agreement, the companies will also establish long-term strategic partnership, including collaboration on Micron's post-wafer assembly, processing, and support. At this point, I'd like to know if the U.S. Let's find out. Does the U.S. have any plans to start producing chips. It's like what the hell? I mean, it's like we should be doing that. Okay, extensive ongoing plans. Okay, are any of them in priority list, or are they just kind of backdoor plans? The active initiatives to significantly increase domestic chip production. These efforts are driven by national security concerns. Supply. Okay, so who's doing it? Chips and Science Act of 2022. Yeah, I doubt that's doing anything. I mean, any of these fucking, beautiful bills that are produced, right? They don't do anything.
The United States is making plenty of potato chips. Oh no, you mean the other chips? Okay.
It's
It's a good thing the AI knew what chip you were talking about.
Yeah.
Let's see. The major companies with active or upcoming U.S. production plans are supported by CHIPS funding. 160. Let's see. The world's largest contract chip maker has committed over 165 billion with potential or more to Arizona facilities. Okay, so Arizona is the place. Now all right. Before we do that, let's see. So
they'll probably flood the desert with power with solar panels and try to power it that way.
Try to power it with solar.
Yeah.
Okay, so New Albany, Oregon, New Mexico, totaling massive investments. So they're investing. Are they building anything? Are they building any centers to actually build these things? The leading U.S.-based memory chip maker has announced $200 billion in expanded U.S. investments. Okay, a lot of people are pouring money. I'm not seeing any buildings being built. Samsung expanded in Texas, Taylor and Austin with chips supported investments. 44, originally 17 to 44 billion range, adjusted to 37 billion. Anyway, I'm going to do some research on this and see if I have anything back. But this is something that it's a story that I've been curious about.
Well, I think it's due to the complexity of making the chips.
Okay.
If you've seen any of those GIFs or the TikToks of like it zooming in on the microchip and it just keeps zooming in, and it's kind of unbelievable
how deep it goes, like
Yeah.
how small everything. Yeah, I get it. I get that.
Yeah.
I absolutely do get that. As a matter of fact, I'll try to find that video if we can find it. It just goes forever.
Something a robot can only make. I mean, if it goes that deep, a human can't make that.
Like Elon Musk should be literally. He's got those robots that are out now. Like he should be. I don't know. He should be building one of those plants, and he'd strike it rich if he had one of those plants going in the U.S. I mean, it would be incredible, and it would be probably have to be protected highly because it would all of a sudden become a hotspot for possible destruction. Anyway, I'll do some more research and get back to you, everybody, on that. Yeah, I don't have anything else unless you guys wanted to. But you know what? Let's do a funny video. There's been some funny discourse about men and women, so we're gonna pull the men versus women card for 2 seconds. I love women. I absolutely effing love them. But I wanted to point out just a funny video. Let me find this video here. By the way, this is real quick. This is kind of a fear porn video, guys, talking about these different. If you see one of these
5G towers,
have you seen these? Okay, so this guy, this is a little nuts, but
and if you notice, actually, I've done 3 other parts to. This is an extension of the first 3, but it's about 10 o'clock at night, and I'm getting ready to leave for the day. And this beast, if you notice, only the internal smaller devices are turned on. You see the green lights? And I've showed you in the past, it's not on during the day. It only comes on it starts to wake up at about 5 in the evening, okay? And if you notice, these guys here, let's see, on the outside, right? The big ones, the long ones there, right? The smaller internal ones are on right now. And the smaller internal ones, those are to disrupt your health, okay? You don't have to believe it, but those of us that know. This is for you retards that don't know.
Anyway, then he talks about
the outer ones, the outer boxes, the large rectangles there, they are not turned on. And that is because today was not a heavy spray day here in Southern California. We didn't get bombarded with chemtrails all day. But when we're bombarded with chemtrails and they're trying to manipulate the weather, those outside larger rectangular boxes are also turned on.
Anyway, so just a little bit of fear porn for the day, but this one was actually very funny, so I had to share it.
Shocking to absolute.
So here we go. Let's just watch this whole video. It's only a minute long. It's really funny.
Well, we know that no one hates women more than other women, and in a recent study that will be shocking to absolutely no one, the results showed that male students show more tolerance for their political enemies than females show for their own allies. That's right. In other
Did you hear that? Let's do it again.
Yeah.
for their own allies.
So dudes are a little bit more easygoing.
For their own allies. That's right. In other words, women are meaner to people on their own side than men are to people who sit on the opposite side of an issue. Look
Suddenly, all the screaming people that are on the street screaming at ICE, suddenly all of that really makes sense.
at this chart. What do you notice? Well, there is no overlap between the genders. Being a man is what makes you more tolerant. That's literally it. So that's probably why.
So go home and rest assured, men. Dudes out there, everybody listening, if you're a dude, just rest assured. You're you're easygoing.
We get home and complain about that bitch Becky at work, and the men in our lives don't seem to care. It's not that they don't care about us. They're just unbothered in their lane, moisturized, thriving. And in this specific study, men were
Moisturized and thriving.
3.5 times more likely than women to be tolerant of someone they disagreed with. So basically, none of this is surprising, though I think the only people who will fight the results of this study are liberal women.
Oh my God.
just a point. Just a,
Well, we know that no one
something to
hates
think about. It's kind of
Well,
funny.
I was watching that Beast Games on Amazon, which is like real life Squid Games.
Oh,
If
okay.
you've seen that.
I haven't.
And by round 3 or 4, I mean, almost all the women are out because they just don't choose themselves. And all the dudes just are choosing each other. Like, I want help from you, bro. I want help from you, bro. Like,
So
it's funny.
what happens when they lose?
They don't get the chance for like $5 million. But I mean, bro, it's like Squid Games. Like it puts friends together and then it rips them apart. And Mr. Beast is just up there laughing. He's like, oh, isn't this so great? Dude, it's gnarly.
Then he gets a phone call. What's that? Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, shut it down. I'm out of money.
No, he pretty much the whole time he's like, I have an unlimited amount of money to give.
Yeah, that's
Press
how he
the
always
button. Like, dude, it's wild.
So, and this book ends the whole thing on the Greenland that we started with. Can I buy you? Sure, Greenland says. She's a hot blonde chick. And then, can I buy you? She's not interested. You got your,
Denmark.
you got your fat feminist over there saying that she's not interested because she's now my gay lover.
Yeah.
Anyway, we appreciate all of you. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good week. Thanks for tuning in and have a splendid day.
Good night, everyone.
Have a great one.
Good night.